welcome to this edition of NVC Today. My name is Matthew Miranda. Since 1789, the American people have made their voices heard by participating in local, state, and national elections. By participating in this magnificent right imparted on us by our founding fathers, the American people have in a sense shaped our nation's history for nearly 300 years. Have you ever stopped to reflect on just how important this may be? Have you ever speculated what it is like to be a politician? Do you aspire to one day hold public office? If so, listen closely, because we join Frankie Harris with our special guest.
Hello, I'm Frankie Harris, and I'm standing in the Palmetto Center of the Arts with the mayor of San Antonio, Julian Castro. What is it exactly that inspired you to become a politician?
A couple of things. I grew up in a very active household. Both my mother and my father were active in the old Chicano movement, the civil rights movement, Hispanic civil rights movement in the late 60s and 70s. And my mother continued to be involved in different women's issues and Hispanic issues. So I kind of grew up around a household that was very active. And then when I went away from San Antonio and got to college, I was very fascinated by the differences in the community I'd grown up in and the Bay Area of California. And my interest in city politics really came out of, well, how could you create a city that had the best of both worlds? That was very well educated, entrepreneurial, innovative, but also culturally rich, was a genuine, hardworking community like San Antonio is, and that still had this sense of community to it. And that's basically what sparked my interest in city politics.
Great. Now, how can people who maybe they want to be an elected official, how can they go about turning that dream into a reality?
My first piece of advice would be that you have to have a passion for accomplishing things for the community, whether that's serving on a school board or a city council or as a state representative, whatever it is. You should know what you believe and what you want to do, what you want to accomplish before you go into public service. But to actually make it happen, the best thing to do is to educate yourself on the issues and then branch out and start meeting the people who orbit around the type of public service that you're interested in. So, for instance, if it's school board, the people that are involved in the PTA and parents from that school district and the teachers unions, the district administration, getting a sense of the landscape of the folks who are involved and their perspectives on things.
Great. Now, do you have any words of advice or words of encouragement to those who still maybe lack interest in government or lack interest in voting?
I would say that that the foundation of the United States is democracy, that our nation is only as healthy as our democratic process is. People are reminded how important it is that they have a voice in a say-so in who represents this nation. And sometimes it seems like one vote won't matter, but it really does. It all adds up. And so I would ask folks to have confidence, to have faith in the process and to be a part of it.
Great. And what does being a politician mean to you?
To me, there's a distinction between politician in the way that it's been used sort of somewhat derisively and public servant. I think the vast majority of people in politics are public servants. They're trying to do the right thing. Sometimes they make decisions that people disagree with. Sometimes they do things wrong. But the vast majority are trying to do the right thing as they see it and are honorably serving the community. And so what it means is, to me, is serving the community, getting things done that are in the best interests of the overall community.
Now, as you're aware, you're very popular on the national stage. Do you ever see a time in the future to where maybe you'll run for Senate or maybe even the presidency?
It's unlikely. It's in terms of being president, that's never going to happen. I haven't woken up a single day of my life and said I want to be president or I'm going to be president. It's very flattering. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to serve out my tenure here in San Antonio and then look around and see what's possible after that if I do a good job. And I may stay in politics and look at what's possible.
All right. Thank you very much for taking part of this interview. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Frankie. This concludes this edition of NVC Today. We hope you enjoyed our program and maybe even learned a little something in the process. Today, I would like to leave you with a quote. John Quincy Adams, the 6th President of the United States, once said, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader." Thank you for tuning in, and have a good day.